All right, this is Kersey Lake in the Beartooths. Sits about 8,000 feet, maybe a little over. That mountain right there is Sheep Mountain. Goose Lake sits right up in there. And then this kind of flat mountain there, I believe, is Mount Zimmer. All right, this is the upper end of Kersey. If you look close, there's a cabin down there. And then up ahead in the distance is the Clark's Fork East Rosebud Divide. I had to stop and do this again because this panorama up here is, it's quite striking. It's been about 10 years since I've been on this trail. All right, I'm out the wilderness boundary. So I'm on the right now I'm on the Russell Creek Trail. I think it's Trail 3 or 563. This is also called the Beaten Footpath because it goes over the top over to East Rosebud Lake, which is like 17 miles or something. Okay, this here just happens to be the trail to my destination, except I'm not taking it. This takes you to the west side of Rock Island Lake, but that's not the way I go. All right, this is the way I go. So the trail I just showed you is right down here about 20 yards. This is the trail I take. So the Russell Creek Trail continues on up to Fossil Lake and over the top. This here is the they call it the Widewater Trail, but a lot of people call it the Crazy Creek Trail. And this actually takes you to Widewater Lake, Big Moose Lake, Widewater Lake, and comes out at the highway at Crazy Creek. It goes by, it goes very close to the northeast corner of Rock Island Lake. And then there's a little footpath that that you can take that'll get you to that northeast arm, and that's typically where I go. It is Saturday, September 25th, 2021. It's 11:15. I'm in the Beartooths of Montana near Cook City. I'm at an old and difficult friend. It's called Rock Island Lake, and it is a big sprawling lake kind of near Cook City. The lake sits about 8,300 feet. First fished this lake 30 years ago, and I've made several trips in here. I used to fish it. It's good, it's good early season lake, good late season lake. It's stocked with Yellowstone cutthroats every 3 years. This is actually the 4th year after stocking. I like to fish it the 3rd and 4th year after stocking. The last time I caught some 4-year-olds out of here, which was a while back, they were about 15 to 18 inches, so they were nice fish. But that was back in the days when they were stocking the McBride strain, and I think starting in like 2006 or something, they started stocking the Goose Lake strain, and so we'll see. The lake also has brook trout in it, naturally reproducing brook trout, and it's kind of weird. You'll catch a couple, and then I'll go for years without catching them, and then I'll catch another couple after several years. So it is fall, so it wouldn't surprise me if I catch some today. Yeah, I've been here for about an hour observing stuff and rigging up and all that good stuff. I'm on the northeast side of the lake and got my waders on and everything. So we'll see how she fishes. I don't see any fish on top. Haven't seen any fish rising. So it is fall. It's a nice day up here, though. Really nice day. Kind of an Indian summer going on. So I'm thinking they're deep, and so more to come. Okay, so I've got my floating fly line on. I've got a bung leader rigged up, and so I'm going to fish a couple of flies under a strike indicator. There's a drop off in front of me. This lake is actually, it gets pretty deep. I think it's 100 feet out here in the center. This lake, I will tell you, I've caught nice fish out of here, but I've also been skunked. So what I'm going to do here is I got this bung leader's about 15 feet. Don't know if you can see that, but it's I've got a ice cream cone Chirana mid black with red ribbing as the bob fly, and then on the point I have a olive and orange mini seal bugger, tied balance style. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the indicator. We're going to set the depth correctly, and you want to set it 1 to 2 feet. You want to set it so the bottom fly is 1 to 2 feet off the bottom. If the bottom's regular, you set it for about 1 foot off the bottom. If it's irregular, you set it for about 2 feet off the bottom. So you can use your forceps, or you can use one of these. This is a Northland hot spot. Sometimes ice fishermen use it, but you just clip it to the fly here, like I'm going to do. Kind of got butterfingers right now. And make sure it's secure. And I'm going to bring some line out because I got to throw it out there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to throw it, and we'll see what the strike indicator does. And the strike indicator, it's going down, and that strike indicator is about 2 to 3 inches below the water. So that tells me I'm a little I need to bring the strike indicator down a little bit. And we'll throw it out there again. That's assuming that I don't tangle everything up like I'm doing right now. Okay. And I got a little bit of a tangle here, because I'm kind of being careless. There we go. That's All right, we'll throw it out again, see what the indicator does. So that's a little bit better. I like that. Okay, so it's about a foot, maybe 18 inches off. Okay, so that's good. So the depth is set. So now all you do is you just take the little hot spot off and you cast. Okay, so here we go. First cast, and kind of demonstrate the technique for you. There we go. So it's just about 2 minutes after I shut off the camera. I made another cast and I got a fish. And this appears to be a brook trout. And he hit my ice cream cone chironomid. Boy, that's a pretty brookie. Wow, he's a gorgeous brookie. So it's fall, so these fish are spawning. They're getting ready for spawn, and so they're, you know, the real treat. These fish, these brook trout, are going to be real colorful. This is actually a nice one for this lake. He's fat. All right, come here, fella. This is a male. And he is drop dead gorgeous. Look at him. Look at him. Isn't that a pretty square tail? All right, back you go. Look at the speckles on him. Wow. Back you go. So it's approaching 12:30. It's approaching 12:30, so I'm settling down for a little bit of lunch. Been fishing for a little over an hour. I caught the one brook trout, the one real nice brook trout, and that's it. No other bites. Nothing else. I saw one fish rise over on this arm over here. That's really the only surface activity that I've really seen. So one of the things that I'm going to do here is I just snagged up and I lost both my flies, so I'm going to re-rig the leader. But one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to go, instead of doing a leech and a chironomid, I'm going to do two chironomids. I think I don't know, I think as deep as I think these fish are, and I'm not sure that a leech is a good choice in here, but yeah, this lake is, you know, it'll do this to you. It'll be, I've never had a banner day here. I've caught, you know, 4 or 5 really nice fish, and that's about the best I've ever done here. But I'm going to work, one of the issues, I've been spending a lot of time in this spot, so I'm going to start working my way around this area of the lake. So anyway, more to come. Okay, it's getting near 3 o'clock. I'm done fishing, and I'm gonna head back to where my pack is and pack up and start the hike out. This is the northern end of the lake. I'd hoped to make it over here earlier, and I didn't. I've actually done pretty good here. There's a nice little shelf and shoal out here. It's not too, it's fairly shallow, and then there's a big drop off right here, and it gets deep. This is fished good for me in the past. Although I haven't fished this area a lot, it's a lot of times I don't make it over here, but very slow fishing, typical for this lake. You know, on my second cast that I was here, I caught that one really nice brookie, and that was it. Haven't even had a bite or a strike. Haven't really seen fish. I think I saw one rise or something. So the trail is over there in those trees, but you can't get to it from here. You got to double back the way I came. The other trail, I think it's 566 or whatever, it actually comes in over there, and I usually don't come in there because that's where everybody goes. And a lot of times, like today, it's not the windward side of the lake. So this is going to be my departing shot. Wish I would have done better, but it is really nice to come back here. It is a good lake. It has a lot of fish. They're just sometimes not easy to catch.